About
In
life
terms
in
of
Mauritius.
family, it's a much better situation than the UK. In terms of the rat race and having to transport yourself into London, the epicenter of the legal world, and all the rest of it. So
It's a republic.
it is a republic. It gained independence from the British in 1968 and became a republic in 1994. And it's still catching up. There's still a vacuum post-colonization. I mean, the whole history, the modern history of Mauritius is colonial. It's
French, Dutch.
Dutch. It began with the Portuguese who stopped on the way on the spice route, but they were using Mozambique as their main port of call, so it really served as a refreshing station and for repairing their ships. And then the Dutch arrived in the 17th century, and they were the first colonizers of the island. But it was largely a failure. It lasted about 100 years. However, they perished due to disease, famine, and lack of good management, basically. It was the Dutch that sadly introduced slavery to the island. They then abandoned the island, and there was a 10-year period between which the French were eyeing up the island, and then they arrived. So they were there for about 100 years, just under 100 years, I believe. Then the British came, and it was over 120 years of colonization. So,
How many people live there, and what's the basis of the economy?
so there's
principle?
the population of Mauritius is 1.3 million, of which around 80% live around the capital city of Port-Louis, or Port Louis. The main industries are tourism, textiles, and sugarcane. But unfortunately, these are declining at the moment with the international economic crisis that happened in 2008. However, the tourism industry is doing fairly well, but again, that's subject to external economic factors.
People come there to see what? Wildlife?
They chill out on some of the best beaches in the world, some of the finest hotels in the world. And there are many things to see, actually, for a very small island. There's earth that is colored in 7 different tones. You can go for amazing hikes up the mountains. It's a volcanic island. There's a lot to see for a very small place. Historically, it's the only location on Earth that we saw the inhabitant of the flying dodo, or the dodo. It's a sort of a joke because the wings were so small it couldn't fly. That was the...
I think Americans probably know the other M, the Madagascar, the big M.
Exactly.
Mauritius, being the small M
Yep,
off
yeah,
the
yeah.
coast of Africa.
Absolutely right.
Right.
Yeah.